All right, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Rico from Street Scores, and I have some big time news, some great news. Three separate things. We have a Sean Taylor statue announcement. London Fletcher and Henry Ellard are finally named Hall of Fame semifinalists, and then Terry is also nominated for the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award. So we got to talk about all of those things and why all of those things are so great. Super excited for this video. Man, London Fletcher and Henry Ellard, a lot of Commanders players should have been in the Hall of Fame. And so we're not all the way there yet, semifinalists, but we're going to dive into all of that. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell next to the subscription button so you get notification immediately. And every time I release an informative and opinionated video just like this one, make sure you pull up every game day for my live play-by-play breakdown and analysis of the Commanders regular season. And I'm going to speak it into existence, postseason games as well. Make sure you pull up to laugh and learn, win or loss. We're always going to be laughing and analyzing and everything. And without further ado, let's get it. Let's go ahead and start with London Fletcher. So linebacker London Fletcher and wide receiver Henry Ellard have both been named semifinalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2023. Fletcher and Ellard are part of the group that consists of 28 modern era players. And just to run down a few accomplishments, Fletcher had a highly successful NFL career but had some of his best seasons with the burgundy and gold. He was selected to 4 straight Pro Bowls from 2009-2012, that final season being the RG3 rookie season if you remember, and paced the league with 166 tackles in 2011. Fletcher recorded at least 100 tackles in 14 of his 16 seasons and played in 256 consecutive games, including 215 consecutive starts, which is the most for a linebacker in NFL history. He's done things that nobody else as a linebacker has done in the NFL. I mean, as a middle linebacker, 215 consecutive starts is crazy. 256 consecutive games as a linebacker, middle linebacker, and he's not even the biggest guy. That's crazy. For his career, Fletcher recorded 2,039 tackles, which is the second most in NFL history, 39 sacks, 12 fumble recoveries, 19 forced fumbles, 96 pass breakups, and 23 interceptions. His stats are easily comparable to a lot of the greats that are already in the Hall of Fame. It's ridiculous. In addition to his Pro Bowls, Fletcher was a 2-time second-team All-Pro 2011 and 2012. His name was added to the team's Ring of Fame in 2019, and he was recently added to the franchise's list of greatest players. That list that they kind of messed up a little bit, but they got it right. Fletcher finished his time in Washington with 956 tackles, 11.5 sacks, 26 quarterback hits, and 12 interceptions in 112 games, all of which were starts. Starter every game. I would have dared the Redskins to bench London Fletcher for any reason. Remember, he didn't play all of his games with us. He even won a Super Bowl, but was never able to win one with us, which is when he had his best years, sadly. Now Henry Ellard. Ellard was a second-round pick by the Los Angeles Rams in 1983 and joined Washington in 1994, playing in 65 games with 58 starts. Ellard had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons for Washington and remains the last wideout to accomplish that feat for the team. He averaged 18.2 yards per catch during this time in Washington and led the league in the category in 1996 with an average of 19.5. Usage rate crazy. Despite only spending 4 full seasons with the franchise, because he started the 1998 season with Washington and ended the year with the New England Patriots, Ellard left a lasting impression on the team. He is 12th in receiving yards, 3,930, 19th in receptions, 216, 8th in targets with 429, and 22nd in receiving touchdowns with 17. Of course, for those of y'all who may not know, the list of 28 semifinalists that includes London Fletcher and Henry Ellard will be reduced to 15 finalists soon. And as fans, we can't contribute to who gets picked, but you can vote to predict the 5 modern era players who will actually be elected to the Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2023. Also, fans who vote automatically become eligible for sweepstake prizes, including a grand prize trip to the 2023 Enshrinement Week powered by Johnston Controls in Canton, Ohio. But just to let you know, this group of 28 players is no cakewalk, bro. You got Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Rondé Barber, Anquan Bolden, Jari Evans, Dwight Freeney, James Harrison, Rodney Harrison, Devin Hester, Torrey Holt, Andre Johnson, Albert Lewis, Robert Mathis, Darrell Reeves, Steve Smith Sr., Fred Taylor, Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, Hines Ward, DeMarcus Ware, Ricky Waters, Reggie Wayne, Vince Wilfork, Patrick Willis, and Darren Woodson. There's some dogs in there, man, and literally like some Georgia Bulldogs, you know. I couldn't go without saying that. But man, that's a tough crowd, man. Still rooting for London Fletcher and Henry Ellard to get in there for sure, though, because they deserve it. They should have been in there, along with a number of Commanders players, well, Redskins players throughout history that were putting the team on their backs during our Super Bowl winning times. But we're not going to rant about that today. Moving on, Washington will honor the 15th anniversary of Sean Taylor's death by unveiling a new statue of him at FedEx Field on Sunday, the team announced. The team will reveal the memorial at 11:45 a.m. on the concourse outside of Section 132. Commanders players will also wear number 21 on their helmet decals. Remember, Sunday will also mark 15 years since the tragic death of former Washington safety Sean Taylor, the jersey that I have on right now, the jersey that I'm always wearing in my videos and live stream. And again, this will happen on Sunday prior to the game against the Atlanta Falcons. So there's so many elements to this that I'm just super excited about, and this is a very great time for me. My birthday is November 30th, 3 days after this game. I hate the Falcons more than any other team in the NFL. This may be Chase Young's season debut since tearing his ACL last November. And then on top of all of that, Sean Taylor, 15-year anniversary of his death with a statue to commemorate him. And Jason Wright and the gang may finally actually handle this situation right. This is a huge Sunday. This is not a regular Sunday. And we need to win as many games as we can for this real playoff push. So this almost feels like a must win, because the Falcons, even though they're very well coached, we go against even more difficult teams down the line, and division rivals. We still got to play the Giants twice, and we still got to play the Cowboys in FedEx Field as well. But we got to beat the 49ers, the Cleveland Browns. We have a tough schedule ending this season, and this Sunday is just like one of the biggest ones. Again, for me, selfishly, I hate the Falcons more than any other team in the NFL, so I need this win to keep my trash talk going for the next year, 2 or 3 years, because we don't play the Falcons every year because we're not in the same division. And then Sean Taylor on top of that, this is crazy, man. Super excited. We gotta bring that dub home for everybody. Again, Chase Young's debut potentially as well. This is really ridiculous. And even though the Sean Taylor statue is the best thing going on, also at 11 a.m. the team store will have some exclusive Sean Taylor merchandise collection drops available. And then at 11:45 is when they're going to actually unveil the statue. And then at 12:45 p.m. on the field, right before the game, Sean Taylor's daughter Jackie will be on the field as an honorary captain. So it sounds like they did everything right this time. We'll have to see how it's executed. But as of right now, I think I'm feeling that. I can't wait to see what the statue looks like, man. I'm really excited about that. I'm surprised somebody didn't find a way to leak that, man. Good job by the Commanders to keep that in the house, because best believe if the statue was leaked, we'd be talking about it right now, man. And then lastly, before we get up out of here, each team nominated a single player for the 2022 Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award. We do this every year. Ours is Terry McLaurin, and I mean, he more than deserves it, man. Everything he's done in the community, being from Indianapolis and doing all that he's doing for the DMV area, I think is fantastic. He deserves way more awards than that, but I will take that award for now. Let's go ahead and root for him, man. I mean, you also have my Georgia Bulldog, Nick Chubb, in there. You have a few notable players, but I think Terry McLaurin deserves it the most. But that's probably just me being biased. And yeah, man, that's the end of this video. Please get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. Please leave a like on this video if you liked it, if you learned anything. Of course, man, I want this comment section to be a big positive comment section about London Fletcher, Henry Ellard, Sean Taylor, Terry McLaurin, all of that, man. And of course, I'm gonna come up with some more videos tomorrow. I'm working on a stock up, stock down, 5 fives, 5 lies, 5 ups, 5 downs, however you want to call it, studs and duds, all of that. I'm working on that. That's gonna come out tomorrow. I'm also working on a video breaking down the top 10 Pro Bowl candidates for the Commanders, because it looks like some guys like Terry McLaurin may finally make their first Pro Bowl. I think Jonathan Allen definitely should. Montez Sweat potentially can. Deron Payne. We're going to run through the whole list of the top 10 candidates. We have a few surprises in there that you may not think of. And yeah, man, that's the end of this video. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.